All right. So he's getting banged up in this water. So what's your plan of action? Okay.
I can reach it.
Okay. Anyway, so what's your plan of action?
So I'm on shore, he's flailing in the water.
Pretty much.
I am going to...
Don't know the perfect idea I just had, but I don't know how well your rolls would actually get it done.
Shoot.
Your thought is, I'm over here on shore. He's flailing in the water. Why don't I make a campfire so I can smoke his meat when he dies in the water?
I want to do that.
All right, let's see how well. All right, so you kind of forgot how to make a fire.
Okay.
Let's try again. All right, so wait a sec. I need the. Give me it. Give me. It really wants me to just pick up the table, though. There we go. All right, so you're over here making a fire. And so as you're making the fire, you're getting this nice little plume going, and then you hear a growl. You want to do a perception? See if you realize what's happening? All right, so you're so caught up in making this fire, making it so amazing, like it's really nice looking. Let me have that die. Let's see. All right, cool. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see if you understand what's going on or if you're still doing the fire. Okay, you still have no idea.
Just doing the fire.
All right, so you're still doing the fire. Okay, and... Okay, so you kind of realize that there's random water splashing you a little bit, and you're like, the fuck? So you turn around, and you realize that the bear is clawing at the shoreline. And he's, like, made a nice dent. Like, if this was the shoreline, he's already dug his way in a ways. But he's failing to get out. He's just clawing his way through the sand.
Stab him?
Alright, so you walk over to him. Roll for finesse. Okay. So you walk over to him, and you look down at pity on this creature.
I just walk up to a bear that's trying to get out of the water.
Yeah, he's
like,
fucking clawing
I'm gonna
at.
Stab you in the head.
Yeah, he's just clawing away, and you just fucking walk up to him, and you just look down at him with pity in your eyes. You want to roll for a strength check?
Hold on, I'm trying to take a picture. It doesn't work in time.
I don't know. Okay, so you're really strong all of a sudden. Because all of your other strength picks haven't worked.
Adrenaline. It is adrenaline.
Alright, and so you did really good on your finesse too. So you like walk over to him, you know, got the pity in the eyes, you're just staring at him. And then you just close your eyes and stab him through the brain.
Funny thing is, your character just closed her eyes.
But yeah, and so he's dead. You just fucking KO'd him to his brain. It doesn't matter how much health he had.
I'm going to cut him up and divide him into meat and fur.
Let's see how well your butchering skills are. Yeah, not that great. What about strength? How, Okay, so you...
I lost all my strength.
Alright, so you grab the bear, and you, do like a strength to see if you can even bring him on shore. Okay, so you brought him on shore really easily. So you're over here by the fire, and you must have lost all your strength bringing him onto the shore, because you're, like, clawing your way through his fur and, like, trying to separate it, like, nice and evenly from the meat. But you're just like, you know, Gordon Ramsay would be so hating you right now, because there's just, like, so much...
Gordon Ramsay hate me? a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, he's furious at you. Gordon Ramsay like fucking hates you right now. There's so much meat left on the fur, and like what meat is there is like butchered to fuck.
I cut up the crappy pieces of meat, and
Try to smoke it?
what do I have in my bag?
I don't know, you never told me. You've got little crumbs of cinnamon you could dip it in.
I was wondering if I had salt. So
Roll a check to see if you were smart enough to bring salt with you. You have some cinnamon flavored salt. Because it was in the pouch where you had.
Poured cinnamon. Okay. So I'm just gonna slather this little, like, fillets of crappy ass meat in salt,
All right.
and then hang them up
Above the fire.
above the fire to smoke them and like turn them into jerky.
All right. You should roll to see how well you actually made your smokehouse. All right, you did it really well. And let's do some luck. All right. So you you have your meat up there. It looks, I would say it looks delicious, but the meat itself is butchered. But it looks really good. You know, it's got this weird cinnamon salt on it. You have no idea how well that's going to taste.
I don't care. It's food.
And you're about halfway through cooking it. You're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, waiting. And you just, like, hear some thunder. You're like...
Shit.
Like, fuck. And then, before you can think about it, downpour rain. Your fire no longer exists. Your food is drenched in water. And, what's your first thought to this?
Take the fur that I have, which I'm assuming I at least have some semblance of a big enough thing, and shove the meat in there.
Shove the meat.
Just cover it.
Alright.
Just make it into like a fur pouch for now, and then take cover in the trees nearby.
Alright, finesse. Alright, so as...
I'm not very good at this.
Yeah, so basically what your thought was, oh shit, it's raining. I have no more fire. My food is wet. So you just kind of slide your hand and you grab all of the jerkies at the same time and shove it over in the general direction that the leather was, taking the stick it was on with it, and also kind of destroying the fire because you're, you know, throwing everything at the same time. You just kind of pack it all up. You know, it's decent. It's not well done, but you did it. And then you you run toward the... You run and you hide inside of a tree, basically. You wanna...
You're smiling over there.
Alright, let me see the black one so we can see how lucky you are from the other point of view. Alright, you're pretty lucky. Whoop.
I want my red die. I can't reach it from over there. Stop playing with that. Okay, I'm in my chair. I have my red and I have the black die. We're good.
Okay, there we go. Table's a little crooked, but it's fine. Alright, so, you're fine. You know, wanna roll, what's the word? What's the word that makes it to where you get sick or not?
Immunity?
Huh?
Immunity?
Sure, yeah, let's go with that. Roll for immunity. Alright,
I don't have any.
By the end of the night, you're sniffling up a storm.
How did I end up in a forest? I thought I was, like, heading to a city. Does that mean I, like, wandered off of a road?
You've been in a forest. We don't really know what your before the storm story is.
Is there jukebox? Because I see speakers everywhere.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't see one. Is that one? Does that count?
Not turning on.
Well, that doesn't help. Oh,
sorry.
I think it's doing something. I found a confetti gun.
Oh no, our dice. Why did you walk away?
It's fine, I have a confetti gun. That was pretty good.
Our dice is gone.
I have them. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so, what were we doing? You wanna move that ever so slightly? Oh yeah, so you're sniffling. What you doing?
Is it still raining?
Roll luck. We'll find out.
Yes. Okay.
Yes?
So,
What's your plan?
I don't have anything to collect fucking water, but
Here,
I need to be able to collect water.
let's roll an intelligence so I can because maybe I'll make a decision for you.
I'm not very intelligent.
Alright, so one of your first thoughts, you don't necessarily choose to act on it, but one of your first thoughts is, since I'm already wet, what if I got in the lake?
I'm glad I didn't act on it. Okay. Because I'm trying to think, because I don't have much in my satchel.
In your satchel?
I just have salt and
Here, let me,
leftover cinnamon.
Here, let me see the thingy. Whoop!
Stop grabbing the table.
I did stop grabbing the table. You're the one holding it. Jesus. Anyway, the fuck?
You set
let's
it
see.
down, it counted as a roll.
I know, but it gave me two different numbers. High or low?
Low.
Alright, cool. So as you're sitting here trying to think of what to do, sniffling up a storm, you hear a noise behind you. What's your first thought? Is it to look behind you? Because that's what you just did. Okay, oh my god. Alright. Let's do a sanity check. You've been sitting here in the rain. Alright. I'm Bailey.
Oh my god.
Alright, so you turn around, and the first thing you think of is that this thing behind you is another bear. Alright, so your first thought is that it's another bear, so you grab your two daggers, like a badass. I'm gonna pretend, so you turn around like a crazy person, snot going down your face. And you jump and land on this thing that was behind you. Thankfully you haven't, like, actually stabbed this whatever yet.
I'm a sick elf that's lost her mind and I'm jumping on people.
Yeah, you realize, now that you're on top of them, that they grabbed both of your wrists because it's actually a person, and they're looking hella confused why you just attacked them.
Help me.
You can just say that, because whether or not they help you is their role, not yours. Well,
no,
here
whether it came out coherent because of my stupid ass sanity check.
That's true. So here, so this was how it was. So since you were insane a little bit at the time, you just kind of
is. Oh my god.
And then
You actually fucking jumped and went, wow.
yes, I did. All right, roll for me. Okay, so this is what happens. So you do that. He grabs your wrists, and you say, "Help me," and then you pass out.
Well, at least I got some sleep. Okay.
All right. So now let me grab that so I can see what his response to all of this was. Stop. High or low? Yes? Oh, okay. Why didn't you just say it? I thought you were trying to, like, make yourself
my head
astute.
feels like it's being suffocated. Like my headset is just a little too tight
Yeah?
on my head.
I'm sorry. Alright, I don't know if you...
resting on my chest, by the way.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you saw what the
other
roll
one's in
was.
my armpit. 7.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, that was a 20 though, so that's nice. So you're asleep.
The person said, "Help me!" Passed out. I have a satchel full of bear meat and bear fur, and a satchel full of salt.
No, it's not a satchel. Remember, you left that over by your campfire.
When did I leave it? I don't remember leaving it.
Remember, you grabbed all of the meat, shoved it into the bear skin, and then ran for the trees. You never said...
I assumed I took it with me.
You didn't say, so I left it on the beach.
You bitch, that was my food. I won that.
It's still over there, it's fine.
But I'm passed out. The dude's gonna take me somewhere and it's gonna be lost.
Alright, fine. Roll a luck check to see if you're lucky enough for him to notice it. Alright, he's...
Yes,
okay.
Thank fucking Christ.
Alright, so I was gonna say, you're asleep, so you don't know this is happening, but just so you're aware, but you can't act as if you know, because you didn't. So he swoops you up, like a princess, deciding
Yay,
that you are a damsel in distress. And
my prince.
and so you're still doing pretty decent on health. You're at 16, so he's not concerned about like that part. He looks over at where there's a broken fire pit, realizing that was probably yours, and then sees both a thing of bear fur that looks like it's concealing something, as well as a very weirdly butchered bear. Since it's just kind of there.
Yeah, I didn't get rid of it.
Yeah, it's just kind of there. So he wanders over to the fire, sees that it's, wet, opens up the thing. Doing pretty good. How you doing? 2K069. So Bailey.
Yes.
You weren't looking anymore, so I had to make sure you were looking.
I was looking at the
chat.
The chat. Yeah.
I figured. All right. So he opens up the pelt and sees that that there's some butchered meat in there. And he decides to swoop it. He like grabs some string out of his pocket because he's smart and brought things with him.
We didn't discuss what was in my satchel beforehand, okay?
And whose fault is that? It's not mine. You didn't tell me what you brought.
I think it relevant.
Well, if you didn't say you came with anything, then clearly you have nothing. Anyway, so he swoops the satchel over his back.
Oh gosh.
Bailey.
I'm not grabbing things. It's not my fault. I'm sitting on the floor now.
I see that. You're also hiding under the table, so...
Not on purpose. I was trying to put that up there.
Anyway, Bailey, stop grabbing the table! I'm gonna take the table out of here if you're gonna keep messing with it.
Hi.
Hi. You wanna stop messing with the table?
I'm not doing it on purpose.
Well, get your hand off the table then. There. Anyway, so he grabs the sack of bear meat and bear fur and he shovels it over his shoulder and he's holding you and he whisks you away.
To civilization! Oh shit, camera.
One would hope. Let's high or low for it to go where you want it.
Hi.
Okay, good, because that was a 20, so it went exactly where you wanted. Alright, so a couple hours later, you wake up, you're all sleepy and shit, and you look around, do a perception check to see if you realize where you are. Bailey?
I don't want to sit on the floor.
Alright, so you're not entirely sure.
I don't realize where I am.
Yeah, you're not really sure where you are.
It's understandable at this point, though.
But you're looking around and you see like some half-naked people, and you're not really sure what's going on.
Half-naked people?
Yes. Let's see if our person comes back. There we go.
Head needs to not
Alright,
be
so the
squeezed.
guy hasn't come back yet, so you're not entirely sure what's going on. What's your plan of action? You wake up in some random ass place, some building, but there's people around, so that's cool, but they're all like half naked. Can you stop?
I can't grab it.
There you go. Anyway, so what's your plan of action?
Oh.
Oh.
The table came back.
I noticed, and your face is in the table. Take a step back or something, Bailey. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
This headset is just squeezing the life out of my brain. I can't think.
I can't help you with that. I'm sorry.
Okay. I put it on top of my head. I'm looking at you from my TV now. Okay.
Why don't you just take it off for a minute?
Because the only sound is coming through my
Oh.
headphone.
That's true. That makes sense. Anyway, so what are you doing? So what's your thought process?
So there's half-naked people all around me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not really...
Where I am.
Okay, let's see if it comes out well. Okay, it comes out pretty well. So you wake up, you're looking around, you're really confused, and you just like grab someone, and you're just like, where am I? Whoop. He looks at you, and he like scoffs a little bit as if he's disgusted, and then said, "You're in the city." Yeah, no, 11's not super helpful. You want to ask him another question, or... I just threw the dice under your shit.
It's okay.
Okay. You're sliding into the chair.
Know how I look.
You look kind of strange.
Where the fuck am I?
Alright, I don't know what you're rolling for, so...
I don't know, but this is uncomfortable now. Okay.
Well, I believe that you're sitting in a chair. Awkwardly. Oh.
Whoop. I smacked something in my room.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Oh, I found out what I smacked earlier.
Oh god, what was it?
It was my pop filter.
Oh. Helpful.